Okay, let's go to the next trait, which is distractibility. Remember, we're not looking for labels here. We're looking at individual traits. Someone who is variable with distractibility is somebody who can focus when they need to, even on things they're not terribly interested in, but you know, they can focus. And it's somebody who can, well, let's put it this way, distractibility isn't an issue for them, you know. Now, if you work your way down to a 1, someone who's very focused, even, and this is very important, even with things they're not terribly interested in. In other words, they can focus on a lot of different things. You can work your way down to a 1. So when they need to focus, they can really tune the world out and just be totally involved in what they're doing. Now, I'm not talking about computers or television. I'm talking about things that they might not even be that interested in, right? Someone who is very focused can be someone who is, it can be really hard to get their attention because they get so into what it is that they're doing. The house could be burning down and they wouldn't notice. Okay, so let's work our way up to someone who's more distractible. Somebody who is maybe a 7 or an 8, like my son, is somebody who is very perceptive. They notice things that other people miss. They see the fruit fly in the corner of the flowered wallpaper. They notice Mr. Smith's license plate has a new decal on it. They see it all. They take in so much information. Their brains are very, very busy taking in a lot of information. You might find that talking to them for any period of time can be difficult because they can only stay with you for so long. So you might get their attention by touching their arm gently. You might say, Johnny, I'm actually going to talk to you right now, so just be with me for a minute. And Johnny might be with you for almost a minute, and before you know it, it's like talking to an oscillating fan on high speed. You know, they're looking all over the place, and you're saying, look at me when I talk to you. When in fact, they're actually hearing you. It's that they can look around, listen to you, they're taking it all in, and to actually have to stand there, the younger the harder it is, to stand there and look at you when you're talking to them, that takes a lot of focus and concentration for them. So they can still hear you, even when they are looking all around. Now, what do you think the parenting pitfalls are? Now, by pitfalls, I mean parenting behaviors that don't work very well. What kind of pitfalls do you think you get into when you are raising a distractible child? Any thoughts on that? Yelling, did somebody say? Yelling, losing your temper, thinking that they are being disrespectful, nagging them constantly, because it just seems like they cannot get to that front door, or they will go off to do a task, and next thing you know, they've got one arm on with their coat, say they've had to go get their coat on, but then the other arm is playing with something.